Hey, welcome back to Spirit of a Handyman. Here to talk to you today about how to install a hood range that maybe you purchased at an auction or on Craigslist.
He's got the spirit of a handyman, a handyman.
That's right. Bought this hood range on a shady deal from Craigslist for like 50 bucks or something. Retails for around 300, I think. So pulled all the parts out of a box. So maybe this is all the screws. I've got this collapsible ductwork. I've got this piece, this other piece, and then this collapsible, extendable flue-like thing. So we're gonna see how to assemble this thing and see if we can get it on the wall without using any kind of instruction manual. By all accounts, it looks like this piece right here is going to catch the back side of this and hold the weight of this into place. So this piece looks like I'm gonna measure the distance from here to here and attach this faceplate to the wall and then be able to mount the range onto that. So I want to make sure I get 4 screws in here really secure. I know that on this particular wall I don't have any studs. It's a brick wall with drywall over the top of it. So I'm going to get some special anchors and secure that on there and run them in nice and tight and then go ahead and secure that. Alright, so first things first, we need to attach this mounting bracket onto the wall, approximately like this. So what I'm going to want to do is find center in the space that I'm putting this in, and then find the correct height for above the stove. Google says a typical range height is going to be between 26 and 30 inches above the stove. This is no typical range. I'm going to go 28 inches. Yeah. I'm going to use these drywall and stud screws. So hopefully these metal guys are going to bite into the brick and give me something to really secure this on, because it looks like there's only going to be 4 screws holding this entire range in place. Alright, so I'm going to go 28 inches from the bottom of the range to the top of the stove. Plus, I'm gonna need to add on another 8 inches onto that. So I'm gonna go 36 inches. All right, now I've got 36 inches above the stove. So that's accounting for the added height of the range. Now I just need to make sure that this line is gonna be level. I don't want my hood range hanging all cattywampus. That would be so unprofessional. Not at all like the spirit of a handyman. Alright, so I'm holding this up to where it's centered, it's level. My pencil can't fit into these holes, so I'm going to take a screw and punch out a little hole in the middle of all of those, and then I'm going to tap these guys into where all of those little holes are. So I'll grab my drill and get it most of the way, and I'm going to hand tighten it just to finish it up. I'm just really leaning into it to make sure that those are snug. I'm trying to throw all my 153 pounds at this wall. This one another snug. Okay, well, maybe that worked. I think, in my uneducated opinion, that this is the most important part, the most important step, that you need to get this thing right, would be my guess. Because this is the thing that's going to hold the weight of the range. That feels pretty secure to me. Checking it to be, is it still level? Looks like it is. All right, so I think we're ready to mount this thing. Now, I'm not saying that these things are heavy, but probably should use a partner. If you don't have a partner, do it by yourself. If you're doing it by yourself, find some way to magically align the hooks into the slots and try to get it on there.
Once it's mounted, you'll know because it won't be as heavy.
Ah! Ideally, get a friend. Man, what's the hold up here, buddy? Alright, I guess that's right. Holy shnikes, this looks crooked to me, folks. Alright, so either I mounted the mounting bracket incorrectly, or somehow this is sitting on something funny. I don't know, that looks better. I don't know. Apparently you can make adjustments. I don't know these things, folks. I've never done this before. Alright, that's pretty much straight on now. Okay, so whatever I did. Alright, so now we're going to get the flue lined up on this thing. I feel like this is the right height. At some point you should probably check the electricity and make sure that the unit actually works. Craigslist guy is going to tell you it works just fine. You're going to say, I trust you. You're going to go ahead and mount it and install it, and then you're going to find out that it doesn't work. So let's test it. Alright, we've got it plugged in. See if it actually works. For real. I'm less than encouraged. Maybe the power isn't plugged in. It's not plugged in. Oh, it beeps. Oh, what? It works! Hey! Thank you, Craigslist guy. For this particular application, I would do things a little differently if I had it to do again. So because there's this bump out of brick, this is not going to sit flush along the wall. So I'm going to end up taking my pipe out of here, and then I'll put the second piece right here going up to the hole. So also I've mounted this using a couple of these like brick screws. But if I just go straight down from this point, that's gonna not exactly line up with my hole. I need to go over a little bit. So I'm gonna use this place where it bends out to kind of angle the pipe, flex pipe over, and then I'm gonna take it up and attach it to this piece. It's not the most ideal situation because of this, but I don't know exactly what else to do, so I'll find ways to finish detail that later. Alright, so we've got our duct run. As you can see, it kind of goes a little crooked. I'm gonna run my cable around behind it. This will go up behind, and then it'll probably sneak out the side here, and somehow I'll run an electric box over here somewhere, and it'll plug in and join up with that. It doesn't reach. It comes really close to reaching up as high as I need it to. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and put the finishing touch casing over our pipe. Alright, now these are going to come with a protective layer of decorative plastic, which at this point we can take off. It's just like peeling a sunburn after 5 days of burning. This took me 2 hours and 20 minutes, start to finish. So that gives you kind of an idea of how long it's going to take you when you don't know what you're doing without an instruction manual, mounting this to a brick wall. I think you could do it in a lot less time, but anyhow, there you go. Hey, stay tuned for more great videos and helpful tips from Spirit of a Handyman. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Alright, so here is the nearly finished product. Ha! You gotta get the instruction manual.